Hello and welcome to the second part of the WUDSN IDE video tutorial. Today I will talk about the IDE in itself, the views, the text editor, and how to set up their preferences. When you launch Eclipse for the first time after installation, you will be prompted for a workspace, which is nothing but a folder in which everything else for Eclipse, all settings and resources are created. So you normally get a suggestion within your own documents folder, which is fine. You just accept it and Eclipse will create that folder for you. After that, you end up on that welcome screen, which offers you to go to the Eclipse built-in tutorials, for which these Workbench basics will be very helpful. They show you how to use the IDE in general, how to use the menu and so on. Especially you have here tips and tricks. You have a key assist functionality which shows you all the keyboard shortcuts, and all that is very helpful to know. When you are done with that, you can switch to the actual Workbench. It will initially look something like this. You have a project explorer which shows you the logical structure of your workspace. You should create a top level project here via File, New Project, and then just create a project, my project. Yeah. My project. And you have a project. I already created a project called example before, so you don't need that. Okay, what do you have to do initially? You have to set up your perspective. I have switched here to the resource perspective. If you have installed the platform only and nothing else, this is probably the default. If not, you should switch to the resource perspective, which defines which screen layout is used. Then you can modify that layout. You can decide to display additional views. The outline is very helpful. I usually also put it here. You can rearrange these screen parts just as you like. You can put it here or there, and all this will be remembered by the IDE. Now let's put the outline down here. Come on, here it is. Okay, Eclipse comes with a very powerful built-in text editor system, which is one of the reasons why I first decided to create WUDSN IDE. I was tired of having no reasonable text editor on all platforms and all computers where I work. So you have a built-in text editor, normal text editing functionality. You have can switch on line numbering. You have tab support. You can configure your text editor in the preferences. You can tell what the default display tab width should be, if line numbers should be displayed or not. The plugin that I created comes with some special functions to sort text, so you can sort it without duplicates. You can sort case sensitively, insensitively, or just reverse a section of text. This is sometimes helpful. Okay. Then when I clicked on that, obviously the system was aware that this is a text file. Now that I have here some assembler files with the ASM file extension, when I double click them, a different editor is opened which supports syntax highlighting and the outline. Down here we have additional views. We have the problems view where the error messages are displayed, the history of the file, the search results if there are any, and the console output of the last compiler run. So what you see here is we have lots of errors, and what you also see is that here errors from different files are displayed. This is because we have one single project, and because we don't need anything else. And now we have to configure to make sure that only the errors or messages of type error warning or info for the selected element and its children are displayed. So what I have here is I can select this file and I see the corresponding error messages or that file, or I can click on the folder and see all the errors therein. Okay, as I mentioned, normal keyboard assistance is provided via this window. This is helpful, and besides the standard keyboard definition, Eclipse the WUDSN IDE plugin also provides you with Control 7 to do block commands or unblock commands. What else to say? Yeah, the navigator view is a technical view. You see hidden files and so on. You usually don't need that. And once you have configured it like this, you are done. You're ready to work, and see you in the next tutorial.